I made some quick and easy deconstructed snowman shaker tags. Hey everybody, it's Joy here and welcome to my channel. This idea was borrowed from Tim Holtz, and I will explain that in just a minute, but I have already die cut most of my things. I want to die cut a frame, and I am going to show you this on camera. So I have two circle dies. These are from Honeybee Stamps. It's their Sweet Stacks circle dies because I want to create a circle frame that's going to go on the front of our snowflakes. So I taped those two together. I don't need that center circle piece, but I do need this frame right here, and that's how that's going to look. And I need 3 of those total. So I tried to keep my frames taped together, but they came apart here. So I'm just going to tape them back together and cut 2 more of my frames. Now, Tim Holtz has his cute little glass test tubes, and he created the deconstructed snowmen, and he did some mica flakes and his candy rock glitter. He did a clay nose and some eyes and then put them in that little test tube vial. I'm going to do it differently. So I have die cut everything. These snowflakes are Lawn Fawn's stitched snowflake frames. I have die cut using that largest circle die that we used for our frames to die cut acetate. I'm going to glue acetate to my front piece and my back piece of my snowflake. So the front is that blue teal color. I have die cut all of my paper pieces from patterned paper from scrapbook.com. I used the Peppermint paper. That's that blue there. The white is from the mixed media cardstock. I used Harvest and Worms. Worms are for the orange. Harvest are for the little cute stick arms. The pieces that I die cut for the snowman are from Lawn Fawn's Build-A-Snowman. So I'm just doing arms, nose. I'm actually going to be doing the buttons or the eyes. So I die cut that from black cardstock from scrapbook.com, and I die cut a heart from the Peppermint paper pad. So I wanted to have him to have a cute little heart. Now on one side of my snowflake, I am adding some foam adhesive. So when I did find this snowflake in my stash, I wanted to make sure that it was big enough that I could place down my foam adhesive strips. These are 3 millimeter, and I'm actually going to double this up. So I'm laying down my first layer, and then I will add my second layer on top. I wanted this to be thick. It's going to hold mica flakes. It's going to hold our little snowman parts. And I just think it's so funny that it's like a deconstructed snowman. Tim Holtz did talk about you could make a little tag that said, snowman kit or some assembly required. I just think that's such a cute idea. I did not do that on mine, but I loved the idea of this deconstructed snowman. I just think it's so funny. So here's my second layer, and when you remove the release paper from both sides, you can just bend this foam adhesive strip around any shape that you need. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. This is going to house all of our little pieces and parts. There's no coloring on this. This is why this is such an easy, quick tag to make, and they're shaker tags, which is even more fun. So you've got some die cutting, but you don't have any coloring. So now we have our layers of foam adhesive. Let's start filling up with our little inside pieces. So here's our little snowman parts. I also did die cut the holly berry and leaves, and we're going to glue that onto the front. But there's his arms, the nose, the eyes, and the cute little heart. I just thought that would be so fun to put inside. Not in a weird way, but in a cute way. So I'm going to add that to all 3 of my shaker pieces here. And then I'm going to be using mica flakes and rock candy glitter because this is going to be the little deconstructed snowman parts. But when you guys see these, it's kind of funny. It kept making me laugh because you could see the arms and the eyes and the nose just kind of floating around in all the shaker bits. It's cute, but it's really funny. I probably could have put more mica flakes in. I do feel like it was enough, because I didn't want to bury all of my snowman pieces either, but the shaker itself could hold more because it's quite deep, because we did 6mm deep of foam adhesive. So let's just sprinkle in that fun mica flake. Then I'm going to add a little bit of rock candy glitter, just a tiny bit. And then I actually come back in and add a little bit more of the mica flakes. All my release paper is already off of my foam adhesive. Sorry, guys. And so I really want to make sure to not get this stuff on the foam adhesive itself. So a little bit more of the mica flakes. And then I can line up the back piece that also has my acetate. So this is a see-through shaker. And I'm going to press that down really, really good. And now we have our little snowman pieces. I just think they're so darling. This was such a fun shaker card to make. And I love that it really was, again, so quick and so easy. Isn't that so cute? You could just make a ton of these. These would be cute ornaments on your tree too, because they're see-through. So that would be darling. Okay, so now I'm going to take those little circle frames that we made at the beginning from white cardstock, and I want to stamp my sentiments, but we're going to curve these sentiments to follow the curve of that circle. And I'm going to do that for all three. I'm using Honeybee Stamps Mini Messages Holiday. And sorry about my head being in the way. I have to move it, look, put it down over the circle and, you know, kind of line things up. But I'm going to stamp this in Lawn Fawn's Lobster ink. And this one says Winter Wonderland, then I have Warm Winter Wishes, and then I have Let It Snow. So super easy. I love that about the Photopolymer stamps, that you can just bend them and mold them to a shape that you need, really, for the most part. Then I have some liquid glue. I'm going to adhere that on the back. And actually, something I didn't show on camera is I flipped my circle frame over onto the back, stamped it first to make sure it was lined up before I stamped it on the front, so I did not have to die cut more circle shapes if I didn't have it lined up good. So, but I did not show that in the video. Let me add my other circle frame. And I want to say I'm sorry for how I sound this. It's early morning that I'm voicing this over, and so I just woke up not that long ago. So I'm sorry I sound a little rough this morning. Let's add our last one. I am going to be using some hemp cord. I'm using Peppermint hemp cord from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to add that onto the top of my, oh my gosh, my brain's not working, my snowflake tag here. And I'm going to run it through the top, the front and the back at the top of the snowflake little arms there. Then we have this cute little holly berry and leaf. I just wanted to add a little something extra. I'm going to add that right at the top. Just one thing that's kind of Christmassy, because if I was going to build this snowman and he had his top hat on, I would put this on his top hat. So that's where my mind was when I was kind of thinking about how I wanted to put these together. Super simple, super easy. I think little kids would like putting this together too, because you have all your little snowman pieces in there. And then, of course, all the fun mica and glitter. So let's add that to all three of these. And again, I die cut this from the Peppermint paper from scrapbook.com. It's a paper pad that has just fun Christmas colors in it. Again, making this so easy that we didn't have to color anything. Just die cutting and one sentiment stamp. I think it's just so perfect. And I think you could make a fun card out of this too. Or even on the card, build the snowman. I think that would be fun. Okay, so let me add some white gel pen highlights to my leaves and my berries. That's the only thing I'm going to add that little detail to. That's really the only thing you can. I guess I could have to the heart and the nose inside and the eyes inside the snowman. If you wanted a little extra detail, you could do that to the snowman parts, but I did not do that. So here is that twine that I was talking about. I'm just going to put it through one of the snowflake arms, front and back, tie a knot at the top, and then we can take a look at these up close and see how fun they are with the cute little snowman pieces and parts inside here. Our little snowman kit, our deconstructed snowman. Look at how funny that is. I'm trying to get it out there so you guys can see. Then you can see through it when everything's resting. You can still see all the little snowman bits. But look at how funny that is. They are just such a crack up. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope you have a great day.